Welcome back, Monsketeers, to another Ragnarok Vloggentary. And today, let's go for a ride. Let's ride the seas with Nemo and friends. It took me a while to get that shot. With the wave hitting perfectly and the seagulls saying mine, mine, mine. That genuinely took an inappropriate amount of time. And while I was doing it, I was sitting there going, is it worth it? Is it worth it? And after watching that, yeah, it absolutely was worth it. This is the Seas Pavilion. I think it's called the Seas. Got the land, the sea. Seas or seas? I don't know if it's plural. It might be plural. But it's another just very elaborate attraction beyond the ride. It's an aquarium, too. And what makes this ride so amazing within itself is that the character portion of the ride, like Nemo and friends, they are layered into actual sea life, like an actual aquarium, which the brilliance behind that is I don't know. I'm speechless, really, by how cool of an idea that is. And it's bizarre to me that they haven't done that more in the other parks. You know what I mean? Like, you'll see. Hopefully you'll see. It's kind of dark, but you know, I thought the Spaceship Earth footage was gonna be too dark, but it turned out to be all right. Hopefully this will be reminiscent. Hey, look at Mavi. Little Mavi Mo. These ride cars, is that what you would call them? The shells. They are identical to the ones in the Little Mermaid ride, right? Or is that just me? It's like they had extra, and they said, well, you know, we'll use them for Nemo. But at the same time, I could be mistaken. They're definitely both shell vehicles. I know that much. I'm certain with that much. But I don't know. They really look like they could be the same. I guess we'll find out in our ride along for the Little Mermaid ride. It might be up already. Go to our channel and see. Or leallegacy.com. Very very scenic. As in the setting, the scenes here. Look, see? Well, those are animated, but you get what I'm talking about. Speaking of the Little Mermaid ride, you could tell just how much more modern this ride is. And you know I love rides that include animation. Look at that, stunning. The lighting, the water effect. Love it. You know, I can't really say that this is an underrated ride. It kind of feels like it's a not rated ride. I don't hear a lot of people talking about this ride. You know? But it's easily, well, I say easily, but there's some pretty cool rides at Epcot. It's an absolute must ride. I'll say that. Don't go to Epcot and not ride this. See, look. Can you see the... I think there was an aquarium behind them at that part. Maybe not. Maybe that's just towards the end. Either way, look how, like, lifelike ocean that looks. Let's see, that looks really cool. And I love how dark it is, too, in the background. Because, I don't mean to keep comparing this to the Little Mermaid ride, but they're both undersea adventures. So when you look around this ride, you look up, you look wherever, you're still immersed into the... See, look, this is really dark. I don't know what's happening here. You're immersed into the scenes. You know what I mean? Little Mermaid, I feel like you look up and you can see the lights and, the rigging of it all. If that makes sense. Look at this. See, still feels very underwaterish. Like they nailed the underwater lighting perfectly. It's been a minute since I've watched Finding Nemo. Wasn't really a giant fan of Finding Dory. I didn't dislike it, but, it was definitely a sequel. Didn't live up to the first, the original. Yeah, this part's much cooler in person than it was able to translate to video. Coming out to the song that will be stuck in your head for the next 72 hours. Hey, Nemo. Here we go, ready? See, look, now you can see. Do you see the animated characters layered over an actual aquarium behind them, so it really, really looks like they're in legitimate, ocean water? I'm really glad this translated as well as it did. See, look, there's a shark, a real-life shark. This is just so cool to me. And in person it is a lot brighter. So definitely check this out in person if you have the opportunity to. But yeah, see, you can see what I mean. There's a real fish behind him. That's an actual aquarium. And the big blue world. Yeah, that's gonna be stuck in your head. I'm sorry. But I'm not, How cool, though, right? If you're not as excited as I am about this, then you're not watching this the correct way. Or maybe my just over the top love for this ride is my in-person experience. Because yeah, it's not translating to the degree, even close to the degree that, it doesn't in person. What'd you call him? Did you call him Chico? In the big blue world. Boom! And you exit into the pavilion area, where it's a bunch of aquariums. And another place that we didn't explore very much on this trip, and the next time we're at Epcot, we'll definitely, dive into the rest of this attraction. But there were other things we wanted to do. We wanted to get through as much as we possibly could, ride-wise, and food, and it was Flower and Garden Festival. We were there, and I love topiaries. But yeah, I'm excited to go back, and I'm excited to really take it all in. Because I love aquariums. Growing up on the coast in San Diego, and then down the street from SeaWorld, yeah, I love aquariums. I used to have my grandfather take me to like an exotic pet store, and we would just walk the aisles of fish tanks when I was a wee lad. Like I could just sit and get lost. Hey, look at Mickey. Get lost in an aquarium for an entire day easily. Scripps Aquarium was the one that was the hot one in San Diego. Aside from SeaWorld, obviously. Is that a shark? We did clearly take a peek around, but what we're looking at now, there's so much more to it. It looks really cool. That's a fun shot. It would be fun if they were able to incorporate the same animation in these aquariums, but you know what? Thinking about that, it probably has to be pretty dark, you know, on the outside to really get that to work. Or not. I don't know. But they know what they're doing. Hey, manatees. Manatees are some of the most peculiar looking creatures ever. Look at those things. Like, so bizarre. And you know there's those legends that old-timey sailors would mistake them for mermaids?
1,869 pounds.
And I cannot wrap my head around that. They're like ugly cute, you know what I mean? Anyway, hey, come on over and listen to our podcast. Available across all your favorite podcast platforms, and shop our store at leallegacy.com/shop. Get your Monsketeer tee and represent. We're available, or no, wait, follow us, that's what I wanted, across all your favorite social media platforms. And as always, thanks for being a friend and telling a friend. See ya.